Hey everyone, I hope you're doing well. I'm just setting up this video here in regards to an email that I sent out about a week or so ago with questions that I'm coming across more common than not in regards to what's going on in the market or what is going to happen in the market. So I wanted to take a few of those and just review them with you. Now, one of the ones I get most common are, have sales been affected or have prices been affected yet? And it's too early to say. Now, March, the stats came out and it was a busier March. Sales were higher than March of 2019. That being said, 2019 March was a traditionally slower March than we're used to seeing. And another factor to consider is we actually ended up working for most of March, or at least 2.5, 3 weeks. It was not until about, let's call it mid-March, until the self-isolation and social distancing rules were in full effect. So we as realtors had about a half a month to work, and that's where we produced those strong numbers because it was a pretty busy March overall. I don't think we're going to be able to tell the actual effect this is going to have on sales or the actual value of homes until a few months down the road, if any. And then that leads me to my next question I get asked a lot is there deals for buyers right now or investors? Now, I come across that a lot. That's a predatory mindset in my opinion. I don't like to think that way. There are going to be opportunities perhaps for a few buyers and investors, some outlier sales, and those will be maybe someone who bought an investment property and their tenant has left and they're having a hard time keeping up with that mortgage payment and their own. But for the most part, I am confident that once things resume, we're going to come back to a pretty balanced market that we just got out of. And then our next question here is, are people still actually buying and selling? And the answer to that is yes, they are. Obviously, activity is down, but if you need to buy or you need to sell, there are protocols and there are tools in place to do so. There are agents doing a great job that are providing virtual showings, or when you narrow it down, they'll provide access, make sure the doors are open, gloves and masks if you don't have any, to help facilitate and get the home sold and help get a buyer into that property. That being said, if you do not need to buy or sell right now, my advice is to hold tight, just for the safety of yourself, others, and the public. And then once we get out of this, resume your search or your plans. And then the last question is, what long-term effects is this going to have? That's a bit hard to answer. There's a lot of variables to that. The one variable that we can control is take the advice from the professionals and self-isolate. Let's practice that social distancing so we can come out of this quicker and get the economy stabilized. And once the economy is stabilized again, I am confident that the sales and values will come back and remain stable, because at the end of the day, Vancouver and the Fraser Valley is a place that people love to call home, and I just know they're going to continue to do so. So I hope this gave you some insight of what's going on right now. I'll be sure to follow up maybe in a couple weeks with more of an update of what's taking place. If in the meantime, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. I hope you and your family are doing well and staying safe. Talk to you soon.